talking with her right now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Volunteers ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Finds his man. Hard running there. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Reed. Pocket breaking down. Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. On the draw, it's Edwards. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Got a little grass. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big...
And he bumps it up inside the 20. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Bussey. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Breaks the grab. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrill. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Could be an alley. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing Reed. The short hands. It's Horton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30.
Running inside. It's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Reed. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Hunt is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Got a man, it's Staley. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Hard-hitting tackle.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Makes the grab at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Reed on the play action. And as he throws, just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Reed to throw. It's complete to the left. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. To the air, it's Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Reed sends it downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Aggie! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And right down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Fires to the tight end. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field at 2nd and 4. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to move the chains. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The option, the keeper. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
To fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Tight end now in motion. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Texas A&M looking to convert on 4th here. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2.
Ready? Mustang.
4th down, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Owens. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Texas A&M going quickly. Throwing Reed. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And he gets to the line quickly and spikes it, saves a little time, and they'll have a chance to put a 3-spot on the board before halftime. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The run inside. It's Bishop. Plows through the defense. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Makes the grab. It's Davis. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Play action with Reed. He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Wide receiver going in motion. The option look. Keeps it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got to get points on this drive before this thing gets out of hand. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Firing to the right, complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna run it. It's Gordon. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. There's a crease. Inside the... And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grab behind the line. It's Bussey. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Running inside. It's Owens. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Reed. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Tosses it incomplete. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The run inside. It's Morris. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got him at the 15-yard line. Aggies offense out to start this drive. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
And here comes the offense on second down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running the red zone, it's Owens. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's Reed to throw. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback will keep it. Maybe a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. In the red area, it's Owens. Touchdown, Aggies! Great job by the back on the option.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
So now it's second and long. Maybe some room here. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The sure hands, it's Bishop. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4.
And he's in! Touchdown, Volunteers! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Running inside. It's Owens. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll move the tight end. They go right back to it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run inside. It's Bishop. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Matthews. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Volunteers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you, I love this offense going RPO on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down at any point during the game because this quarterback does a really good job with his decision-making. He does a great job reading the defense, seeing the look, counting the box, and he's almost perfect on these decisions to hand the football off on RPOs.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And first down for the offense.